is a dream that starts from afar. When the energy of the universe began to expand, going way beyond all possible barriers. The genesis of everything and an instant of cosmic greatness. The same matter which forms the stars that guide the brave. The unstoppable force that transforms itself into infinite energy. This is the time to unlock the next level towards a new mobility. 3, 2, 1, 0. Truck to the future.
What an exciting time. I don't know how many of you know this, but this building is really special to me personally in my life. This was a long time ago. The OGR building was a location where they would repair and build trains. I've talked about this quite a few times throughout my history at Nikola, how the Nikola truck was inspired by trains. My father grew up managing the railroad in Las Vegas, and I was lucky enough to be able to drive locomotives when I was a child. My dream has always been to build a locomotive semi-truck. That dream has come true. And what an incredible night it is tonight to be able to show you this. The dream I had to build the truck was not just a dream to build a truck that would work. It needed to be a truck that would beat the diesel in every category. The world would not settle for a truck that could not outperform a diesel in every category. The world would not settle for a truck that would not disrupt the entire industry. We did not want to be an also-ran, and what that means is just another brand with no image or name. Nikola is definitely not just another brand. It has an image, it has a name. A few months back, in April of this year, we showed off the Nikola tray at Nikola World. That was a vision to what the truck could look like, what the truck could actually do. What's really incredible is when we found this partnership with Iveco, it truly is an incredible marriage. 3 months ago, we finalized the paperwork with Iveco. And in 3 months, our teams, without sleeping, have pulled this off. Most OEMs around the world would take 3 years to put a program like this together. Our teams, by being able to take the Iveco S-Way chassis, completely revamping everything around the outside and the inside to make it pure Nikola. We had unrestricted access from Iveco to do whatever we wanted with this, which was incredible. We now have production lines ready to go with the same chassis that's built with the S-Way. Supplier bases that are already established. Service and warranty that's already there. Nikola is the only OEM that I know of around the world that truly offers a full fuel cell and battery electric heavy-duty semi-truck. I knew going into this that a semi-truck would not work unless it could outperform a diesel or equally perform it in many of the categories. So what's really special about this truck is while a lot of the other OEMs are building very small battery electric trucks or very limited range hydrogen trucks, Nikola is actually doing it. What does that mean? This will have 750 kilowatt hours of lithium battery in it. That will allow it to go over 300 miles on a charge. It'll also have between 60 and 80 kilograms on the hydrogen version. That will allow it to surpass the battery range by quite a bit. They're two different markets completely. The idea of this truck is that you have a market that uses distribution, where cost to move freight is lower with electrification on batteries, and then you have the market where you need fast turnaround, you need long range, you need a lighter truck, you need a truck that can quickly turn in 15 minutes and go. You need a truck that can work in negative 30 degrees Celsius. You need a truck that's unrestricted around the globe. That is what the hydrogen brings to this. This truck will be offered in both variations, which is awesome. The reason why that's really neat is because we'll tell a customer truly what's best for them. We don't care which way you go. Hydrogen truly is the fuel of the future. Both the drivetrains between the electric and the hydrogen truck share the same platform. There's almost no difference. The battery allows us to refine that platform very well. What Iveco brought us was a savings over 4 years of testing and validation, and over $500 million of savings. I've been asked quite a few times what mistakes my competition has made, and I think single-handedly, the advantage that Nikola has is the ability to see their weakness. We know what we're good at, and we know what we're not good at. We needed a partner. We needed an OEM, global OEM, that had the ability to help us manufacture these trucks, has the assembly lines figured out, has tens of thousands of engineers on their staff. We did not want to duplicate that. I could not wait 7 years to solve the emission crisis that we face right now. We decided to partner with Iveco. We've chosen to take the higher road. We've chosen to take the road where we will build the most advanced semi-truck this world has ever seen. And we'll build it for Europe. We'll build it for the United States. And I think that's what's so special about tonight. This truck is not just a static display. This is one step prior to where we go into road trials and production. So what does that mean? We're bringing in the fleets, the customers, the end customers, to give us their final feedback on this truck. This truck was built with a platform. Many people talk about a skateboard platform. This is more of a versatile platform. That means it can accept either the battery electric or the fuel cell. It's almost identical. It was built for both. It took a lot of engineering to be able to do that. That way we didn't have to disrupt the entire supply chain, redo the chassis, redo the configuration, redo the engineering behind it. We could take either one that we want to do. And this is the last step before that process of going into road trials and production with customers. Once we have that final feedback, the drivetrain will be installed, whichever one, whether it's a fuel cell or the battery electric, and it'll be tested on the roads sometime around the second, third quarter of next year. So what does that mean? That means the battery electric version will be ready for production in 2021, and the fuel cell will be following shortly after. The fuel cell really is an incredible project because it's not just solving the zero emissions on the tailpipe. What's really amazing about Nikola's business model is that it solves the zero emission in the entire supply chain. When we pump hydrogen into our truck, we can guarantee that hydrogen, in almost all aspects around locations around the world, will be zero emission from production to consumption. When you pull energy out of the grid, you can't always guarantee that. This is what I love about hydrogen. There's so much clean energy around the world. The wind, the solar, the hydro. There's thousands of megawatt hours sitting there being wasted. People are not able to use it. They either bleed it off, they give it away, they don't use it. And what's great about hydrogen is you can place this hydrogen station inside of the city, and you'll gain a station that'll have the ability to buffer the grid up to 20, 40, 60 megawatts. So if you look at this truck, the hydrogen tanks will be integrated right in here below the frame rail, along with the batteries. It lowers the center of gravity. There are no tanks behind the cab. It's the first of its kind anywhere in the world. Tonight is a night to celebrate. This truck, interior and exterior, is very close to what we will go into production with. We will get the feedback, small tweaks, but it is fully functioning here. You can open the doors. Inside, all the screens are there, all the displays. It has the most advanced infotainment systems you've ever seen. 21-inch monitor managing all your routes, your freight, even your income as a driver. the ability to navigation, instrument clusters, automatic braking, lane control, and ultimately built and designed for level 4, level 5. Although we don't do that ourselves, we'll work with suppliers on the autonomy. The truck was built that way from the ground up. It has full redundant power steering, full redundant braking, torque vectoring. Why is that important? If you have power steering go out, you can begin to torque control the truck to move it around until you can get it off the highway. You cannot do that with a single axle gearbox. One brilliant thing that Nikola has done is they combine dual motors for each axle. So that means you have one motor pertaining to every wheel. That allows you to not only have redundant steering, but also redundant braking. If you were to have an air failure, the truck could actually stop itself on a decline. This would not be possible without Iveco. It would not be possible without the Nikola team. It truly is a wonderful marriage. Tomorrow, you'll be able to climb through the truck when we have it opened up for everybody to see on stage. It's not the right spot. But it is, this is truly not just the truck we unveiled at Nikola World. This is 15 steps past that. That's what's exciting. That means we're going to be delivering a battery electric truck, a fuel electric truck, years ahead of the schedule that everyone thought. 2021, you'll have the ability to take delivery of the Nikola trucks. We have some incredible customers here that have already placed orders. And shortly thereafter, you'll have the ability to take delivery of the hydrogen trucks. We're building out that hydrogen station right now globally. In America, we've already got the largest hydrogen station in the Western Hemisphere at our headquarters. Can produce over 1,000 kilograms a day on site. We're planning to expand that up to essentially 8 tons, which is about 8,000 kilograms a day. That'll be done in Phoenix, Arizona. The station's already up and operational for pumping right now. But here in Europe, it's the same thing. We had to get that station dialed in. People have asked, hey Trevor, why are these stations not everywhere? What we've done is we've taken these station designs and we've miniaturized them into an engineering setup to where you can just stack them. You can put them essentially a couple megawatts at a time, however big you want. You can go 8 megawatts, you can go 60 megawatts. And it was important to do that because it's all about mass scale. The idea is if you can build thousands of these same systems and just stack them together, you can drive that price down by 60, 70, 80%. We've been working very hard with Nell on the ability to fine-tune this hydrogen station. We've been working on thermal controls, pumping controls, the ability to fill in 15 minutes. No one in the world has ever been able to do 60 kilograms in 15 minutes on a vehicle. Nikola's coming into Europe like a freight train. That's what's so special to me about this. We say that in America. It needs a force unstoppable, so powerful, so heavy, that you cannot stop it. Nikola is coming into this market, into Europe, like a freight train. I don't care what other OEMs say. We'll prove them wrong. We've already done it. We're here to help the legislators. You can mandate zero emissions. It's ready now. Don't let them lie to you. We're ready to go on this. There's no more waiting. It's finally time for us to replace these vehicles on the road. Tonight's a night to celebrate. I've said that many times. What we've done is we've created a brand that drivers are going to be completely proud of and excited and lined up to drive. Around the world, you'll see drivers waiting in line to be able to drive these trucks, leaving companies that are driving diesels to drive our trucks. Driver turnover rates will be lower. But most importantly, the pride of owning this truck is going to be the greatest achievement that Nikola and Iveco have ever done together. I could not be more proud to show you guys the Nikola tray for Europe. I could not be more proud to be here in an old train station that perfectly describes my childhood since I was 6 years old and perfectly describes the innovation that the world can do. Make no mistake, a child's dream can change the entire world. Everyone, here's the Nikola tray.